Hello, welcome back to everyone that's tuning into our channel, American Ultra Stock. Here we are. Today I'm joined by Braden and Arjun to continue our series of going over, recapping the Leagues Cup competition. We are making some predictions, and we know a lot of you guys watch and support MLS clubs. Just quickly going over our picks for this round. So for round of 32, props guys, we got the first game right. Inter Miami playing Orlando. They really demolished Orlando, but we got it all right. We all had an agreement on that one. Second game, Arjun, I'm sorry to put you on the spot, man, but you picked Juarez. Any words for that one?
Oh yeah, so it was a bit of a stinker. Definitely my worst prediction I've probably ever had. So Juarez were doing really well in the Mexican League at the time of my prediction, but obviously apparently as this Leagues Cup has continued to show, the Mexican teams are, you would say, underperforming or just getting beat by teams that you wouldn't expect them to get beat by. So I know it was a bit of a hot take putting Juarez above LAFC, but I thought maybe there's a chance. But I mean, I was wrong, horribly wrong. But yeah, I'll form as my name says. So
No, it's all right, man. And honestly, you mentioned the Mexican teams underperforming. I think it's important to note that the entire competition is happening in the United States. We know we have some subs outside of the country, even in Europe, but the entire competition is in the U.S. So I will cut some slack on the Mexican teams because they are at a disadvantage, to be honest. Now, next game, Pachuca and Houston. We all got it wrong. We all thought that Houston were going to stay, but it went to Pens and they made it through. A really boring game, honestly. But props to them. I don't think they were really in danger of losing that game throughout the match. Now, Arjun and I, we picked Leon. Braden, there's a reason why you're first. You picked Real Salt Lake. Any comments on that game?
Yeah, I mean, I think, like Arjun said, the Mexican teams have all been kind of underperforming, and Real Salt Lake have been so in form for the last month or two. I mean, they've been probably one of the best teams in MLS and in Leagues Cup, so yeah, I just thought they'd keep their good run of form going.
All right, now moving on to the next game. Braden and I picked the Red Bulls. Arjun picked the New York City and that derby that they have in New York. What did you think of the game?
Red Bulls dominated New York City FC. I thought New York's defense would be good. I expected it to be much better. And it was only a one-goal win for Red Bulls, but Red Bulls were completely dominating New York City FC. And I honestly backed them in this next round to go even farther over the Union. Which is a hot take, I know, but yeah.
All right, now we all picked Dallas to win. We backed the Pirate of the Caribbean to do well. He actually did. He got an assist. Good win for them. Now, Sporting Kansas City. Unfortunately, they were outdone by Toluca. I don't know why, but I picked Toluca to win. It was mostly because I didn't really think that Kansas is that good, and I just think that they have a bit of a bottling culture there. So I went for Toluca, who historically are a big club in Liga MX, but haven't done well for a long time. But yeah, they won. Now, next game, we all picked Pumas to win. Guys, any words for that one? I was pretty shocked, honestly.
Yeah, it was a bit of a shocker for me. Pumas are also a big club in Liga MX, and I mean, it follows a trend. So I mean, I guess it's not really a shocker looking back on it, but yeah.
All right, Braden, were you surprised with anything, or do you think we were just completely wrong to pick that one?
I mean, after the Union beat them 5-1, I didn't think there was any way they were going through. But, I mean, props to them. They played better than Pumas, and they deserve to go through.
Yeah, now moving on to the Revs. Arjun and I backed them to win. They did the job. Braden, you picked Atlas. Were you disappointed with the game, or were you shocked?
I was disappointed with the game because, I mean, very early Atlas took a 2-0 lead, and I thought I had it in the bag, but the Revs showed incredible fight, especially considering the situation their club is going through right now. Their manager's under some scrutiny. He's suspended right now, and their keeper wants to leave and isn't playing. So props to them, honestly, for fighting back, erasing the 2-goal deficit, and eventually winning on pens.
Yeah, and Gustavo Bo had the game of his life. I've watched him a lot because he played in South America his whole life and never seen him play that well. But now, the next game, I picked Charlotte, the sole pick here at Charlotte against Cruz Azul. I'll say part of the reason why I chose them is because I have a really good friend that's a Cruz Azul fan, and I thought it would be nice to make fun of him. And Charlotte surprised everyone. They actually made it through, so nice. It was on pens, but let's see how they do next round. Then the Union, we all picked them to win. They made it. Braden, as a Union fan, any comments on that one? I think they made it really hard for themselves.
Yeah, like you said, we made it much harder than it should have been. I mean, we're a much better team than DC. I don't think it's unfair to say that. And it was just one of the worst performances I've seen all season. So very disappointed. I honestly thought we were going to lose on pens.
Yeah, and then we saw Monterey against Portland. We all thought that Monterey was going to win. Any comments on that game?
Expected.
Yeah.
All right, and then we had Chicago Fire and Club America. I picked the Fire to win here. Got it wrong. Both of you guys got it right. Any comments on the game, Braden?
Yeah, I think the crowd really played a good part in it because despite the game obviously being in Chicago, like all the games are in the USA, Club America had the majority of the fan base, so I think that helped them win.
Yeah, Arjun, what did you think? It's nice they pointed out the audience, Braden. The tickets sold out in like 15 minutes. Crazy. Arjun, what's your take on that one?
Yeah, a big factor, like Braden said, was the crowd advantage for Club America in Chicago, which is, I mean, I know Club America is a big club, but it's kind of a bit disheartening to see that if you're a Chicago fan, if your whole stadium is just completely full of the yellow of Club America. So, yeah, and that was my biggest really takeaway from that game. I did expect Club America to win, even if Chicago Fire had the whole advantage of the crowd, 12th man. But yeah, that was the biggest takeaway, the poor turnout for Chicago Fire.
Yeah, and then, I mean, even if they did at the bigger stadium in the city, I think it would still have been even worse, honestly. Now, we all picked Cincy to win. A bit of a shocker here. I'll be honest, this was the game that surprised me the most, honestly. I thought that Cincy, I never thought they were going to run out of steam in this competition. They had been great, so I'm shocked on that one. Braden, what did you make of it?
Honestly, props to Nashville. I mean, they've been kind of a one-man team all season, but they got it done here without Mukhtar playing too much of a part. So, yeah, good performance from them.
Arjun, what's your takeaway?
Yeah, it's a big upset for me, at least. I know Nashville's up there with the likes of Revs and Cincy for the top of the Eastern Conference. But for me, it's just a massive, massive upset. The way Cincy have been playing this whole tournament, smacking up the biggest team, one of the biggest teams in Mexico, then moving on through a group pretty easily, and then now just fumbling. Yeah, it's a big upset for me.
All right, and then the next game, we all picked Tigres. I mean, they are, in my opinion, still one of the big favorites to go all the way here. And the Crew against Minnesota. Arjun, like I said, I predicted against the Crew, but I wanted them to win, and they really had a chance. I mean, it's as close as you can get. What's your take as a Crew fan?
Yeah, so I was watching the game. We played significantly worse than we did against Club America, but given that Braden did predict that in the video, I kind of hoped it wasn't going to happen, but it did happen. The kind of Zella-Rayon game, we had a heightened sense of, we have to win this game, but now it kind of fell off. But I watched the game, and we actually played very well. Our attack, once again, was cooking like it has been the whole season. Matan scored a worldie. Matan's really coming into his role really nicely. But the defense let us down. We gifted Minnesota about two, maybe even all three, arguably, were just gifted Minnesota. Off of bad giveaways, and Minnesota just went full counterattack down the line. Halong Wane, a very pacey, very technically gifted player. Reynoso, very technically gifted. They just punished our back line. So, yeah, we could have won, but I think, in my opinion, we gave them the win. So that's unfortunate, but
yeah, I didn't watch the game, but I just thought the defending in midfield was shocking, so open.
It was horrible. It hasn't been this bad like the whole season. I don't know. It was shocking, this game.
Yeah, so now predictions for the next round. First game, Club America against Nashville. I think Club America is going to win. I'll pick the safe one here. That's my take. Braden, what's yours?
Yeah, I'm going to agree. I think it's going to be interesting to see if they can have the home field advantage in Nashville like they did in Chicago. I think the Nashville fans will turn out a little bit better than the Fire did, but I do think Club America are the better team, and I think that'll show.
All right, fair. What about you, Arjun? Are you sticking with MLS or not?
I'm gonna stick with MLS on this one. So it's gonna be a hot take, but I do think Nashville have it in them. Club America were beaten by us 4-1 in the group stage, where they looked completely unconvincing. I mean, they did smack up St. Louis 4-0, but then they went to us and just capitulated. So Club America, added to the fact that it's a Mexican team in the Leagues Cup playing at Nashville, which is definitely going to be a majority Nashville crowd. I hope so. Being so, Nashville is one of the biggest MLS fan bases in the whole league right now. It's going to be a predominantly Nashville supporting crowd, and Nashville are on a bit of a tear right now. So I'm gonna back the underdog on this one. I'm gonna go for Nashville.
It's a good pick. I thought it was more difficult to pick than I previously thought this game, but good pick, Archie. I think there's a good chance they get a sold point there. Now, LAFC against Real Salt Lake. I'll pick LAFC. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of them, but I think they're a really good team. And Carlos Vela is trying to get his last trophy, apparently. He has hinted at retirement again. Braden, who are you picking on this one?
Yeah, this might be a little bit of bias coming out, but I'm going to stick with RSL. I've been riding them the whole tournament, and they haven't really let me down so far. I mean, a great comeback win in the last round. So yeah, I think they can get it done again against LAFC. And I think LAFC playing against a Liga MX team may be a little bit easier. They've been struggling in MLS recently, so I think when they play another American team, reality will hit them.
All right. What about you, Arjun?
Yeah, so I think LAFC is going to take it. I know I backed Juarez last round. That was a massive stinker, like I said. But LAFC, you've earned my confidence. You've earned my respect. I'm backing you against RSL, even though my GOAT Luna is on RSL. I love Diego Luna. You know, he's been cooking, and he's going to continue to cook against LAFC. But LAFC is going to overpower Dan Spuanga and Stipe Buke, all them guys. So yeah, LAFC.
All right, now Toluca against Minnesota. I'll pick Toluca. I think they'll win. I'll back Pedro Raul to keep on trying to take them forward. What about you, Braden?
Yeah, I'm going to agree here. I think I disrespected Toluca a little bit in the last video, picking Sporting Kansas City over them. To any Toluca fans out there, I apologize. I completely underestimated you. And yeah, I've seen the light. They're going to beat Minnesota.
Yeah, you mentioned Toluca fans. I want to ask Popeyes. This guy probably has notifications on, but sometimes he reps Toluca, sometimes Pachuca. I don't know what's going on, bro. Just let us know what's your Liga MX team. What about you, Arjun? Toluca or Minnesota?
Yeah, Toluca's taking this.
All right, we all agree on that one for the first time in this round. A lot of different opinions. Now, Charlotte FC against Houston. I'll back the Crown. Charlotte to win this one. What about you, Braden?
Yeah, I'm going to agree. I think they've been very impressive this whole Leagues Cup tournament. They've definitely come out with something to prove, especially being not the greatest in MLS this season, I think it's fair to say. But, I mean, Dynamo haven't either. And while I do think their win against Pachuca and Pens was impressive, I think Charlotte should be able to get it done here.
All right. You, Arjun?
Yeah, I'm going to go for a Houston win. I think Coco Carrasquillo will cook up Charlotte. Charlotte have been very uninspiring in the league, and Houston has also been very uninspiring in the league. But Charlotte they've been all right in the Leagues Cup, scoring a last-minute winner by courtesy of Ben Bender, kept them in the whole tournament. But I think Houston have really outperformed their expectations for this tournament. I think, and it's a knockout tournament. It's whoever shows up on the day. Houston are in a bit of a purple patch of form right now. I think Houston might take this one. Coco Carrasquillo is going to have a masterclass. I'm calling it right now.
Yeah, he carries. He's such a good player. No wonder he has links with Europe. Now, Querétaro, a club that none of us backed against the Revs. I know New England hasn't been the best. I thought they made hard work for themselves last round as well, but I'll pick them to win this one against the Liga MX club. What about you, Braden?
Yeah, I know earlier in the video I mentioned all the problems that the Revs are going through, and I do think it'll play a part making this game maybe tougher than it has to be for New England, but I do think with the home field advantage, like I said, Querétaro have not been too inspiring, I think, in this tournament. The Pumas win was nice, but against MLS teams, they've kind of flopped, so I'm going to back New England.
You, Arjun?
Yeah, I'm backing the Revs. And even my prediction before this tournament even started, it was Revs versus Monterrey final. Monterrey wins the whole thing. So I'm backing my boys to get to the final.
All right, that's nice to see. Now, the Union against New York Red Bulls. I'm picking the Red Bulls. I think they can pull a shocker here, just mostly because I watched the Union game and I thought, oh man, they're really underwhelming. I know that form won't necessarily can just be a day off, but I'm liking the Red Bulls. I think they're doing well. What about you, Braden? Shock us on this one.
Yeah, I'm still going to take the Union. I mean, yeah, like I said earlier, it was one of the worst performances I've seen from this team all season, and it is cause for concern, but we don't lose at home. And being at home against Red Bulls, who in the past couple of seasons, we don't lose against them either. So, yeah, I think we're still going to win this one.
All right, completely fair. What about you, Arjun?
Yeah, like I said earlier in this video, I'm backing the New York Red Bulls on this one. They've been absolutely sublime in this whole Leagues Cup campaign. Meanwhile, Philly have been subpar. I think it wouldn't be a big of an argument to say that. And Dante Van Zier back in scoring goals after the controversy he was going through. Yeah, it's the right word for it. But yeah, he's back amongst the goals. John Tolkien has been really cooking up that left wing, the left mid, the left back. The whole left flank has just been going up and down by Tolkien, playing beautiful balls through the defense. All of that. Tolkien's really became a really creative outlet for this Red Bulls team, and I really like that from him. Omir Fernandez, the player who scored the winning goal against NYCFC. He's been playing really well recently too. So I really back Red Bulls against this mediocre, sorry Braden, frankly mediocre Philly team right as of right now. Okay, yeah, not in the past, but as of right now, they're kind of mediocre.
Yeah, no, after that game, I think it's all right. Not too absurd to say. All right, now we have a clash of the giants here from Liga MX, Monterrey against Tigres. I'll back Tigres. I said in the beginning, I think they're one of the favorites, and I think they're a really good team. And Nico Lopez is going to do well, score a brace in this game. What about you, Braden?
Yeah, before this tournament started, I predicted a Union and Monterrey final, and I'm sticking to that, despite the fact that, like Arjun mentioned, we've been pretty bad. But yeah, this will be a tough game. Tigres have been pretty good, but I think Monterrey have been better. Probably the best team in this tournament so far, and I think they'll keep up that form.
Yeah, that's completely fair. What about you, Arjun? Yeah, I think you mentioned Monterrey, but give your reasons.
Yeah, just quick reason right here. Monterrey are going to definitely be at the final, per my predictions. Hopefully he gets there. But the key players for Monterrey, Meza, Bertraname, the striker scored hat-trick in the previous round. Meza, the 30-year-old Argentinian, cooking on the right. Luis Romo, the centerpiece of the whole operation in the midfield. So this Monterrey team is dangerous. And Tigres are also dangerous with Gignac and Cordova, and amongst other players too. But I think Monterrey will overpower this Tigres team. It's going to be a really close game. It's going to be a really good game, in my opinion. It's going to be really tactical too. It's going to be it's a big tactical battle. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a shame that it's playing all in the United States, because then you get a clash of giants like this. But
with no fans.
Yeah, hopefully it changes in the future. But now the last game, which is the best for last for anyone outside of the United States, and even in the United States, they have the highest audiences on TV. Inter Miami, led by the GOAT himself, against Pirate FC, Dallas FC. I'll be honest, I almost flirted with picking Dallas here, but I'll just back Messi. I think he has too much quality. I think Taylor too. A lot of people are underrating him, honestly. I'll back Miami to win this one. What about you, Braden?
Yeah, I'm going to go for Miami too. It'll be interesting to see how our Pirate of the Caribbean, Jesus Ferreira, does against Messi. Hopefully he can humble him. But yeah, I mean, Messi has just completely transformed this team. He's made Robert Taylor turn into the finished Angel Di Maria. And I mean, yeah, the rest of the team as well. Even the defense is looking a little bit better, which is something I definitely didn't think I'd see. I mean, Jordi Alba is definitely a big addition there. And yeah, sorry, Dallas, but you don't have enough to go through against the GOAT.
Yeah, sorry, Medina. We know you're a huge fan of the channel and a huge fan of Dallas, but yeah, it's the end of the road in our opinion. What about you, Arjun?
Yeah, so Medina, bro, I got you, because there's gonna be one GOAT on that field in that Dallas game. It's gonna be Jesus Ferreira. I'm saying it right now. No, I'm capping. There's no way Dallas win against Miami. I watch Miami play. I watch Dallas play a lot. And Medina, we love you, but Dallas have been they've been mediocre this tournament too. They've been on Charlotte level in my opinion, because Dallas is a big club in MLS. It's a massive club, and these past couple of years they produced lots of talent, but for some reason the rest of the teams isn't that good. And Jesus Ferreira is really the one like the main man for this whole Dallas team. And if Miami find a way to get Jesus Ferreira out of the game, then they can do anything, especially with Messi, Busquets, and Alba. Messi can create space anywhere. He's going to drag that defense and all over the field. It's going to be continuously 2-3 men on him, and it's going to leave spaces for the rest of the team to exploit. Karmaski's been doing really well. Robert Taylor, if y'all watched the Switch commercial back in the day, Robert Taylor and Neymar just switched up real quick, and now Robert Taylor has Neymar's powers or something. I mean, Messi has changed his team to a different level, so I think Miami going to win this. It's going to be a comfortable win too. I mean, I know we're doing 2 score predictions, but I'm saying it's going to be 3-0 Miami.
All right. I mean, the bonus half point if you get that one right, or bonus point. I don't know. We'll discuss that. But anyways, thank you, Braden. Thank you, Arjun. It was really fun to make this video. Leave a like if you're enjoying this series. Hopefully our predictions don't disappoint. I mean, I think this is the round with most controversy in terms of different picks with one, disagreements. So it would be interesting to see if there's a change in the leaderboard. But Braden, for now, is the clear front runner. Thank you guys. Leave a like, subscribe, and share with your friends, and let's hope we watch good games. There should be some high quality soccer coming up in this round. We'll see you next time.
See you.